All right, folks, let's jump into our use case data architecture. I want to show you the Google Sheets database that I've developed for our use case. So like I mentioned in our use case overview, we're going to be taking a bunch of photos. Those photos are going to be associated with the project, and they're also going to be given a categorization. So the way that we've architected this is we'll have a projects table that will kind of be our parentmost table. We will have within that table just standard properties. Obviously, if it's a real use case, you're going to have more than this, but you got a name, an installation date, a location, and then some metadata. We'll then move into our child table of the project table, which is going to be our project photo table. And this is going to be populated by our AutoML function or our Vertex AI script. And again, what that's going to do, it's going to intake a bunch of photos from our native application. It's going to create a row in a database for each of those photos, and then it's going to supply a categorization. So I'd like you to see the schema here for that. We've got an association with a project. It'll have a photo, which will be hosted maybe in a cloud storage bucket or something like that. And then we would have a photo category that was supplied by either the AI or machine learning. And then some additional notes for a reviewer to make, and then whether or not the record has been reviewed and whether or not the categorization is approved. For navigation, I've created a gallery table where you'll have a view. It could have an image associated with it. For this, I use this in a lot of use cases where I'm creating gallery views. That way I don't have to make multiple gallery tables, it's just one. So I can have a source view where I can make a slice for each unique value in the source view column. And then where it's navigating to, and then whether or not it performs an action whenever you select that row. So just a flexible setup for a general gallery use case. Next, I'll move into the user table, and the idea behind this table is to store user properties. Primarily, you want to store an email and a name and any other information about that user that would be relevant. Now, I do have these two columns that are optional, and I kind of want to show you the pros and cons of when you would have it in this table as opposed to this next table that I'm going to show you, which is the user variables table. So in this table, you'll have a similar setup, but you're less concerned with information related to that user, and it's more so going to be information that will determine their app experience. So in this case, we've got their email, and we've got a project in a photo category. So you'll notice that I did not have a key column or an ID column that would have an unintelligible value inside of it for the user in the user variables table. That is because every email is unique, and it's going to make things easier whenever we actually start to make reference relationships because of the user email function in AppSheet, which will return the current user's email, supposing that you have a secure application as opposed to public.